go to a small chain of islands that is on your nautical map that you believe is abandoned and would be, what did I say, a 12-day, how long of a...
You said 8 days. 8 days
8
out
days.
of what?
Okay, yeah, because you have 20 days worth of rations. And you already spent 5 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So that's what you guys decided. Not going to say that that's what you have to do now, but that's still what you're going to do, I'm guessing.
Yeah, let's do that.
Did we get... We didn't get a whole bunch of treasure from that thing because we don't trust the Spider-Man, and we just barely escaped with our lives.
Yeah, you managed to explore a very small amount of area.
I don't have enough money to make good use of this time on the boat. Oh well.
So as you murmur that at the side of the boat, your half-orc druid friend is like, well, you know, I do have some gold, you know. I mean, we can work something out. I have spell components there.
How's he hearing me from 50 feet over there?
Well, it's the spider that he's got climbed into
I ignore him. I walk away from that portion of the boat.
You hear, like, in the distance, like, it's been nice talking to you.
Is there any of the sailors we hired that are, like, decent at hand-to-hand fighting at all?
No.
So they're not leveled in any way. They're just kind of like
No. You have
slightly.
The map that I gave you was for what? 2 skilled workers, and then the rest was non-skilled.
Yeah, I think it was like 12 people or something.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, I will essentially jerry-rig a punching, like on a pole somewhere. I'm going to jerry-rig it so I have something to punch during this trip. But
A heavy bag or a speed bag?
something that hurts when I punch it.
Okay,
Dirt
heavy
bag.
bag.
Although I would...
Bunch of bedrolls wrapped around the mast.
Right. You also mentioned, just as a recollection, you also mentioned to Derek that you had some interest in probing your memory.
Yes. So I was going to say, Derek, you said you could see if my memories were changed, right?
Well, I said that there is a way to do that.
Do you know how to do it?
Not offhand? Mr. DM, sir, is that something that I would know?
Well,
Or is it just
remember
like
that one check you rolled? You still have...
maybe?
The last check you... I think you rolled an Arcana or something. You rolled really high. You got like over a 25.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, you know shit about this. This is not... You have a journeyman's knowledge of what memories and how they are... and how they can be tested and verified whether they are real or not. It's pretty laborious. It requires ingredients and whatnot. But I mean, if you could do it.
Okay. Yeah, so, I can do this. I just need some ingredients and some time.
What kind of ingredients? Will we even have them?
Well, what you need to do is induce a trance. So you'd need to have something like a lodestone or a weight or a pocket watch. So it's a hypnosis type situation. You need herbs to burn in the brazier to reduce her ability to sense the world around her. Right. So it's to
hotbox room, basically.
Basically, hotbox room. Yes. You can do the water suspension if you want. You can also do a sauna effect. Depends.
What's
So
the water suspension?
you're basically you're copying a what's that called?
Sensory deprivation.
The natives do it. It's called a lodge.
Oh, smoke lodge.
Well, you're creating the scenario for a lodge.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily to do drugs, but it's to meditate and then gain insight. But then you would be guiding her through that. Well, Vision Quest is more of a bit more intense than a lodge. A lodge you do to once a month to clear your head of bullshit. Vision Quest is heavy drugs and starvation.
Yeah, the fun one.
The bilge is really smelly, dark, and it's just like a lodge. You'll be all sorts of creeped out. And
I mean, if we have the ingredients, we have 8 days, and I can't sleep. I can't think straight because I don't know if what I'm remembering is real, and something's wrong, and I don't care if it has to be.
Well, you're basically gonna have to go to sleep for this.
I think her eyes are like she's got mad circles under her eyes right now. Sleep is fine. Sleep would be great. Really.
But you're also going to have to not sleep at the same time.
Don't care.
Cool.
Whatever it is.
Who here, Isabis, do you have a private cabin?
I think I did.
Hold on. Yes, you do. It's right near mine.
Oh,
It's next to Bones.
It's not a huge boat. Everybody's cabins are near each other's.
I know, but like...
Here, I have the map, so let me post it in...
I feel like it was posted somewhere.
Yeah, I posted it in the Saltmarsh Mondays.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, there you go. Oh, cool.
You've got one of the secret compartments, Isabiz.
Yeah. Oh, we could do it in there, if you'd like. It would take less to hotbox that.
Should we have Bone and Core in here? Just
no.
Okay. I don't know what this. Okay. Sure. If it's easier.
Is there anyone with just curiosity? Is there anybody with divine connections? Do you guys have anybody? No, I don't think you do.
Hell no. Fuck the gods.
Wouldn't Felix, with his
I mean, the closest thing you guys
patron
have to a priest is Felix does not have divine connections at all.
Yes, the closest
The
thing that
closest
we
thing
have
you
is
have
priest
is
right now.
that druid that's floating behind you, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to go for that.
No.
If you can just wait in this secret room while I collect all of the materials, I will be back shortly.
Okay.
And so I run off and grab the materials. I'm going to use my luck stone as like the pendant thing. I'm just going to tie string around it. And then, what do we have the kind of herbs for this readily available, or would I have to talk to our druid?
It would be the same herbs for, say, someone familiar.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'll just collect all the materials, and it's probably too big for me to handle in one
I think
trip.
you'd probably spend about 30 gold worth of materials in
Okay.
in that.
I imagine it is a bit that I come back with one thing because I'm small, and all of the things together are too much for me to handle at once. So like I come back with one bundle of herbs. No, I'll be right back. And I scurry away. I come back with another bundle of herbs. No, not yet.
I could help.
No. You stay here. And so it takes like 4 or 5 trips for me to actually get everything in there.
I assume we'll at least mention to Bone and Corin that we're doing these shenanigans.
No.
I spend the majority of my time popping through the trap door and trying to talk to Corin constantly while he's busy doing things.
I imagine you have a job though. I mean, you can't just
right. Well, when I'm not doing my job or between duties or whatever.
Okay.
Basically, he's
Kramering
into my cabin any chance that he gets away from his duties.
Exactly.
Bone probably actually hears a lot of noise from Isabis's room, like at all hours of the night. Like,
Tony.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the videos? It's like a series of video shorts from College Humor, like If Google Was a Guy.
oh yeah.
Have you seen those?
Yeah, I think so.
There's that one recurring character amongst all the videos who's the black guy that asks the silly questions. Is like, bat toes how many? He's that person that just pops in and asks stupid questions.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And that's you.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, I ask him constant questions like I'm asking Google questions. Yes.
But yeah, when Isabis says she doesn't sleep, like, that seems pretty accurate. She probably actually jared a second thing in her room to punch.
Right. So, Derek.
Yeah.
To set this up, you will need to use you can either use nature or religion skill. You do have disadvantage on your roll because of some odd reason that you don't understand.
Cool. Alright. Doesn't matter which one I use because I've got the same bonus.
Well, okay. Good enough.
Cool.
You also need to
Question before we get too
Yeah.
far ahead. Would Phantasmal Force help or hurt at all?
Well, I mean, this is a journey in the mind, so Phantasmal Force is a very visual thing. So it's an illusion that tricks sight.
Okay.
Hallucinatory terrain, you could totally make a holodeck.
I don't think I have that yet. No.
No, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, you can totally, you have a boat, you have rooms, and you have hallucinatory terrain, you can have a fucking Star Trek holodeck.
Yeah.
Literally what that is. But yeah.
Alright, I figured it was ask.
No, that's good. Anything that you suss out that anything that would probably help her ability with wisdom checks would be very helpful.
I don't have any of those handy.
You also need to explain to her what she'll be facing. So
I do that, but in a very Derek-like manner.
Well, you make it a persuasion-like manner at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully I don't bomb this.
Will I have like an opposing roll to this? To see if I'm freaked out by whatever it is I have to do?
Well, I don't know.
You said
That's what
at
you roll.
disadvantage.
Yes, you are still You are still at disadvantage
15.
for a mysterious reason, which is great. All right, so you tell her that she will be experiencing her memories firsthand. but she can, if she wants to, disassociate and see her memories third person. So you can be the voyeur as well as the voyee. Okay?
That's how I explained it the first time. I'm
Right.
going to say, so you're going to dive into your memories, and you can either be the voyeur or the voyee. It's up to you. And you can alternate between the two as much as you want.
Well, so your default is first person, right? So you are experiencing it. But depending on how your self-control, you can see third person, and then you might be able to see, you can break away from your memory and observe it in a different light, which might help you out. You can also, within your memory, if it is tampered with, there will be things that are not kosher. They're not salient. They're not the same from different angles. When you have that, when you see that, you're going to be able to let Dan know one time that there's something wrong and you want to know more. Dan will then, or Derek will then submit a stressor to you, hurt you or something. And it will, depending on what it is, it will either hold up or it'll be dispelled. And then you can break your modified memory.
Okay.
So what you end up seeing, you can say you'll see weird things. Some of it might not be real, but at some point you'll have to pick something. If it slips by, it slips by. But you'll have one opportunity to say, right, and then you can see the truth, or he can try and get you to.
Okay.
All right.
So when he mentions the whole stressor,
Okay.
so you'll have to hurt me.
What are you
in some
afraid of?
way or
What are you
something.
afraid of? What is Isabis afraid of? Are you afraid of being buried, drowning, suffocating, burning? What is it?
As a physical sensation.
A what?
As a physical sensation, I think it would be.
It's the way you don't want to die.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I haven't thought about that for her.
Okay.
I think it's essentially whatever would be close to helplessness, like when she's restrained and can't move. So or can't do anything about it, so maybe drowning.
Sounds like suspension. I mean, all right, yeah, but okay, restraint, sure.
But she will kind of make sure. She's paranoid. She looks out to make sure Corin and Bone are not in her room or anything. She's going to take off that long tunic she has. She's just got the cropped up underneath. If you have to get physical, don't you'll have to see this first so you don't hit the wrong area. She's going to take off the tunic, and her entire torso and most of her arms are new bruises on older bruises. She's a wreck. She is an absolute wreck. She very clearly doesn't want to show Derek this, but does so that he doesn't hear us if he has to.
In turn, in a vulnerability, Derek is going to say, I get it, and he's going to turn around and take his shirt off halfway, so it's the whole shirt is covering his head, and you basically see a giant Lichtenberg scar coming, like, radiating from the base of his neck down his back.
Lichtenberg scars are cool.
I have no idea what those are, but I'm sure it's...
It's awesome. Look it up.
It's basically what happens when you get hit by lightning and don't die.
Okay. Do you do that? Did you...
Alright. So, Dan, what she is describing, the sensation of helplessness, you need to suspend her or lift her.
Or make her think that she's being lifted.
Well, no, she can't. She will be thinking that some... I don't know how you intend on doing that. Oh, well...
Phantasmal Force.
Yeah, you could totally do Phantasmal Force.
Because it doesn't have to...
There you go, perfect.
If it's not something that hurts her, like an enemy attacking...
No, it should probably hurt a little bit, but you're talking about Phantasmal Force, which can totally create the sensation of falling. So yeah, that is perfect. Phantasmal Force will do it. I thought you were going to have to jerry-rig something up. Alright,
the Hefter in the air.
I just wanted to point out a quick... Have any of you guys watched the latest, like, Harlequin? The first season of it?
Nerd.
It's on, like, Hulu or something now for free.
It's also on DC Universe.
Right, if you got DC Universe. But you totally have an opportunity to do the episode where Dr. Psycho creates a portal into Harlequin's mind, and the entire crew goes into her mind to try to figure out who she is.
Oh, you're still on season 1. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I'll put my thing on mute again.
Right.
So yeah, actually, it's not a totally bad idea. Not how I was envisioning it, but this will be like a guided meditation, and Isabis will be speaking out what she's experiencing. So it is up to you. You guys can be involved, and you can comment and interpret together if you like.
I mean, Derek wasn't telling anybody that he was doing this. I don't know if Isabis was, but Derek was kind of just keeping it between the two of them.
It can be private. It's up to you two. I mean, it doesn't have to be.
The rest of us can act as a Greek chorus.
Yeah.
I will try to interrupt as little as possible. This is Yo Guys' thing.
Oh shit! You know what? The whole falling sensation—that's totally the Inception thing, right? They gotta fall backwards in the water. Something. That's their thing.
Yeah, that's the shock that brings them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the one they do at the beginning of the movie is they drop the guy into a bathtub of water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So you're setting up. Are you involving the rest of the team or not?
Well, we'll say that she didn't involve Felix since he's not here, and
Okay.
I don't think she trusts him enough for this.
Good.
I think she would involve Corin.
Magic stuff.
Yeah, I think she'd involve Corin for another reason. It's more magic stuff. But I don't think she would. I think she would tell Bone because it's so very not his realm.
Yeah.
And she's not seen him either yet.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Derek, what are you going to use as your pendulum?
I'm going to tie string around my luckstone and use that.
Okay, that'll work. Yeah, you certainly don't have disadvantage on stuff again, but you can totally use your luckstone again if you like.
Corin would also see all the bruises then too.
Somebody beat her up. All right, so you have, of course, the chance to resist the hypnosis or meditative state created by Derek. Do you want to, or do you want to, guessing it's consensual here?
Like, she's freaked out, but she wants to.
Okay. So you fail your wisdom save. But deliberately so. Things become more quiet. The rhythmic, the creaking of the ship and the waves becomes more rhythmic and drowned out. The state that you're in, you're still very self-aware. And you don't see anything. It's kind of, dark and gray and foggy, and not much is going on. But you do start to feel, you start to smell and taste, and then a little trickle of senses comes to you, and you find yourself in a memory. And it's a memory of you hanging clothes with your mom to dry. And you can smell the linen, you can smell the flowers that are blooming in the field, and you look around and it's a beautiful day. You see your dad, he's happy. You think you can roll an instant, like so you go through this and you see things, and you can roll whatever checks you want, right? You can roll perceptions, you can roll insights, you can roll investigations, right? So you're looking at things. You can also, if you want, roll a wisdom check, straight wisdom, to see if you can go third person. You can just will yourself and see things from a different angle.
Okay.
It's up to you, but I'm just going to keep describing what you experienced.
Okay, how old am I at this point?
You are about 6.
Okay.
Your dad is there, and he's got a coy smile on his face. Your mom is hanging clothes, and she's trying to not be distracted by him, and you're helping, and you're like, hi, how's it going? And then you get distracted, and you go up to him, and then the dog goes somewhere, and then you go back, and then your mom's not there, and your dad is just kind of sitting in the room.
What's his mood now?
A little bit sadder. But as you approach, he looks very happy again. He's like, oh, there you are. He's very, suddenly very kind, warm, and loving.
Is he trying to cover up something?
I don't know, is he?
Well, that would be, can I insight as now
Yes.
an adult understanding things?
Yes.
What is this dad trying to hide from his child? Oh, that's terrible. That's 6.
6. You just think it's, dad worries. He's probably got a bill to pay or something.
Okay.
It doesn't seem weird by any means. Next memory you get into is that dinner you dreamt about. And you smell the paprika in the dish. It tastes amazing. Your mom only makes this a few times a year. You're looking between your dad and your uncle, and you're excited, and your uncle is talking with his mouth full of rock. Oh wow, And then we went. Remember that trip we made to the land of Am, and boy, I sold so much. It was amazing, and things went really well, and boy, made a real bundle. And I mean, it's a faraway, distant land. It just sounds enchanting. I mean, wow.
You said Om?
It's a nation to the south of where you are.
So I'm narrating this to.
No, you're seeing this, and they are, okay. Whoever's in the room is the same thing.
Okay.
Just
do I know
or seeing.
Do I know anything about Om? At this point?
No, I mean it's a. It is a say green plus turkey turns into a merchant empire.
Okay.
It's a southern trade port. A lot of business comes through it. Then there is he talks about this like like usually we. Yeah, go ahead.
What's he doing there? That's better. That's a 14.
Your dad is thinking about whatever this person referenced, and he has some reservations, and he wants to be happy with his brother, but he also seems to he held back at that.
You broke up. You held back, what?
He felt happy, he's happy for his brother and the shared memories and history they have, but there's also there's also something that draws away from that. And so there's a little bit of sadness as well. Or some regret or something.
Sense from Uncle Reuben?
No, Uncle Reuben seems to be really, he just seems to very glad, carefree character.
Is my mom there?
Yeah, she's there, just eating. She looks at you and she gives a little smile.
Okay. But she's not in conversation.
She's just being polite and she's like, oh, that's great, and oh, that's funny, and oh, yeah, I remember. She's just being pleasant.
Okay.
A little bit later, the dinner carries on. He does eventually make a reference to the cave. This is from your dream the last time. And that he's got to take you there sometime. Again, you don't know what it is. He doesn't expand on it. And he kind of alludes to it being an Alibaba and 40 Thieves type location. So it's a hidden hoard or like a hidden paradise or a wondrous location. Then your mom is very much like, oh, she doesn't need to go there. It's not for her. So she seems a little defensive on it.
Do I know why she might be defensive?
What?
Do I get an idea of why she's defensive?
I don't know.
Would that be inside again?
It would be.
14 again.
Okay. Your mom definitely knows something, but she's being very polite. She's not being obvious about it at all. And there's something there that she wants to shield you from.
They used to tell me stories all the time growing up, and is it making connections now to maybe some of the story that maybe Dad started to tell and she shut down or anything like that?
No, that's not popping up quite now. You go to a memory of your dad leaving with your Uncle Reuben. And they are on a small merchant vessel piloting a port, and they bunch of people, and so they seem like settlers. Your dad is on there; he's doing his job.
And how long
Is
here?
that's it.
Hello?
I said, how old
I'm having
am I?
connection.
Ah.
You're 14.
Okay. What do I remember about this job or what they were doing?
They were sailing somewhere and they were escorting a bunch of people.
Do I remember where?
South. But that's usually where he went. So this is along the Sword Coast, but
They'd be heading south.
Can I try any third person here?
Sure.
And he says straight wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
10.
You haven't done this before, and you can feel your memory trying to press you back into your role. It feels uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little sad, but you're waving him off. He goes by. As you think back on it, you do think that this was the last trip he went on.
Was Mom angry about it?
No, she seems like this is usual business. She's waving goodbye.
Are my brother and sister there? So they would have been like 6.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're fully mom. Next memory you get is your dad coming back, and he looks like he's been through a lot or an ordeal, but he hugs his wife, and she immediately is like, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" His clothes are,
crusty and
sun dried, and like he's been in the water. His hair is long and unshaven. Like he hasn't been taking care of himself. Just maybe he walked a very long distance ago. But he's home, and he's so glad that he's there. He hugs you, he hugs his wife, he hugs your brother and your sister, and he's like, "I will never let anything happen. Promise." Then the next memory is you see your dad out in the field, and he's just raking the soil, making the garden. And then you remember in your dream that you thought you saw a woman, but you don't see a woman. The next moment, he's lying there on the ground. You remember that this is the moment that he was there.
Okay. I will signal Halloran to Derek and Corin.
Okay. So, Derek, you're going to go and cast Phantasmal Force?
Sure am.
Okay. So, you have a spell cast on you, and you fall, but you feel as though you have no more gravity in your fall. You're falling backwards into a deep, dark abyss, but you're still standing there. And it is so frightening and terrible to you that you pop out of, you separate yourself from who you are, and you go third person. The entire memory that you're seeing, it rewinds. It resets after rewinds. It's not a tape you're watching, it resets. And everything is tall colored, so all color is drained from it. It's all browns and tans and blondes and strange colors like that. As you look up, you do see that woman you saw earlier. And from a glance, it just seems like a middle-aged woman standing there next to your father.
Is she standing over him? Is he down already?
No, she's standing next to him. Or your father is still in the field. He doesn't seem to notice her. She's standing about
5 feet diagonally behind him.
I'm going to am I, like, do I see her face? Am I seeing her from the side?
Well, you can go over to her and roll a investigation or a perception.
Exactly the same. Alright. That's a dirty 20.
So glad. So you look at her, and you see a well-to-do businesswoman, and she's standing there behind him. But then you're looking a little closer, and you see, and it's like her makeup just falls off, and underneath her skin is wet and sticky and wrinkles and disgusting, and her face just seems to crumble. And she lifts her hands over to your father and snaps her fingers and he falls dead. And no, that's not a Thanos reference. And after she does that, she looks over to you, standing in the field, watching her do this. And then she looks to her side, directly at you.
And then you wake up.
Jolty.
Did it work?
Isabis is like waking up and is like backing up into the corner
Of the room. Just
Yeah, you still feel like you're falling.
freaking out.
Oh, right. I am Phantasmal Force.
He wasn't alone. There was a woman, and it wasn't a woman, and she looked like a human, and I looked at it, and she was wet and scaly, and her face was weird, and she reached out, she snapped her fingers and died, and he just fell, and then she looked at me because I was a child, and then, but I was looking at her in the memory, and she turned and just...
Hold down, just catch your breath. Take a moment.
Something sea monsters.
Felix pops her head and is like, "Did someone say sea monsters?" Okay, then I'll go back to my cabin.
Yeah, she's shaking pretty hard at the moment.
Yeah,
Alright.
Corin would be like doing that, like holding her by the shoulders thing to kind of try and calm her down. Tell us what you saw. Just take your time with it.
There's lots of memories. Most of them seem fine. He went south on a trip. I don't remember what kind. They were bringing settlers or something, and he was gone too long. Longer than he was supposed to be. And he came back and he looked like shit. Of course, I was 14. I didn't know. And he didn't tell me. But he looked terrible, and like something had gone wrong, and he told us he would make sure that nothing ever happened to us. And I didn't ask because I was 14 and I didn't want to know. And then I was back in the field, and he was drinking. And what I remember before was I looked away, and I looked back, and he was just on the ground. And he was dead already, and there was nothing to do. But now, everything went weird brown. You lost all color except it. And now there's this woman standing next to him, but he didn't see her, they weren't talking, she was behind him. Looked like kind of like your mom, in terms of.
Not a bad description. I was saying that she looked middle-aged and very respectable.
She had nice
Dark
clothes,
hair.
like
My mom's a wonderful woman. Thank you very much.
corns. She
Oh, she's
had
terrible.
nice clothes.
How does everybody met my friend?
Nice clothes and makeup and looks rich. And I moved closer, and all of a sudden, all of it was gone. And instead, she was gross. Her skin was wet, and did you say it was blue?
No, I didn't say it was blue, but it's like, yeah, like wet, sweating, green, blue, like very sickly looking, pale.
Her skin was this weird, like bluish green, pale, and wrinkled and almost crumbly, but I don't know how something's crumbly when it's wet, and
Her face crumbled.
her face, yeah, it was really weird.
What she is describing to you is definitely the effect of a modified memory spell being broken.
Yeah. Yeah, I will relay that. Just okay. Well, that confirms everything. Yeah, your mind's been tampered with.
What?
He died.
But I know it was
That's
south.
That's what happened.
Roll me a hit.
Which one of us?